Okay, so on this episode of Rare, I am delighted to speak with Tassos Georgiadis, currently Senior Vice President of Discovery and Preclinical Development at MeiraGTx. So Tassos has over 20 years of experience in gene therapy, specializing in ocular and CNS indications. So welcome, Tassos. Please, can you tell us a bit more about yourself and MeiraGTx?
Thank you, Laura, and thank you for the invitation. I'm a molecular biologist by training. As you said, I've been in the field for more than 20 years now. I did my PhD and postdoctoral research at University College London. I joined MeiraGTx 8 years ago, and I have been researching gene therapy using mainly AAV vectors. And MeiraGTx is a vertically integrated gene therapy company. We do discovery, R&D, preclinical work, all the way to process development, as well as our GMP manufacturing. We have sites in the UK, US, Ireland, and Belgium. Particularly the GMP manufacturing I mentioned is something that helps us keep our costs down, our timelines, and have peace of mind when it comes to translating the gene therapies all the way to the patients. Particularly the next year is very exciting for MeiraGTx. Over the past 10 years, we've opened several INDs. We've had phase 1/2s all the way to phase 3 clinical studies for ocular, CNS, and other indications. And now we're gearing up to become a commercial stage company. We have 3 programs that over the next year we are looking to progress to the commercial stage with a number of regulatory authorities. So definitely watch this space. It's really exciting for us to see the next step of MeiraGTx. And with regards to indications, again, ocular, CNS, and salivary gland are right now our main focus. Beyond working on direct indications, we have a very strong team on vectorology. So we always look to improve probability of success for gene therapies by engineering all aspects of a gene therapy vector, from capsid to regulatory elements of the vector genome, like promoters, and anything else that can make your gene therapy safe and efficacious.
That is very exciting. But what are some of the biggest scientific challenges when translating early discovery into viable therapies for rare diseases or gene therapies?
I mentioned probability of success, and this starts early on. So platforms to test your developing therapies is something key, obviously. And we use a variety of platforms, that is both in vitro and in vivo in relevant models of disease, different organisms, small and large, but as well with in vitro, we're using novel approach methodologies like organoids, and again, from multiple species. In the end, you can design in silico multiple versions of your gene therapies. We aim to test multiple vector elements, but in the end of the day, it's where you test them that is going to inform the level of efficacy as well as the level of safety. And this is something that you really need to start thinking early on. Don't have to wait until you're ready to go into, let's say, phase 1. At the same time, a lot of the work we do in discovery and preclinical also informs our CMC strategy. Namely, let's say, potency assay, right? So development of a potency assay matrix is one of the key things of your CMC dossier. Again, to provide confidence to you, but as well as this is what regulatory authorities would want to have confirmed into your drug product. So a lot of this work starts in the preclinical department, again, feeding from primary pharmacology. So together we want to have confidence into our R&D for efficacy, safety, as well as support our CMC strategy as we move forward.
Okay. And what recent advances in your discovery or preclinical programs are you most excited about right now?
So yeah, even though we now gearing up for commercial stage, and we have these late development programs, ready to move into patients commercially, we never stop building on our pipeline. And because I mentioned platforms and I mentioned vectorology, apart from looking just on indications, we build a very strong toolkit around new capsids, new promoters, and the technology we're building. We want to have kind of like a toolkit that it's going to be like a plug and play into any kind of new gene therapy we want to develop. I have to say, it is a testament to MeiraGTx's work, the collaborations we have been having with Big Pharma and other biotechs over the years. I mean, namely the latest, the one we've had with Eli Lilly on ocular indications as well as ocular technology like the capsids and promoters I mentioned. So building a toolkit while at the same time adapting it to your new programs is key. We have a number of exciting programs, both for rare and more common indications for ocular and CNS that we are working on. We're really excited. We have a lot of data which we'll be disseminating into upcoming conferences as well as peer-reviewed publications. So yeah, we're very excited to focus on the next generation of gene therapies that are going to pick up from where the commercial ones are going to stop.
Yeah, that is very exciting, especially within such a difficult space as the gene therapy space. But how do you envision the field evolving over the next sort of 5 to 10 years?
I have to say I'm very excited to see how gene therapy has developed over the last 2 decades. And the last decade, I mean, it's less than 10 years since Luxturna's approval. So within less than a decade, we now have a number of approved gene therapies. I think this is a testament to the field, right? So we are now treating debilitating disorders that were absolutely impossible to treat previously. And the field is advancing towards generating these translational part of the toolkit, right? So we want translational capsids and vector genome elements. So meaning that what you see in your, let's say, pharmacology studies and your safety studies is actually being translated into patients. So improving this probability of success has built this really good track record for gene therapy. And I think this is really a testament of the good work that everybody has been doing in the field. Again, over the next decade, we as SMEs, we first have to and foremost have to be confident that the therapies that we want to bring to the clinic are efficacious and safe. If we are confident and we have a cohesive regulatory dossier, everything else will follow. So regulatory authorities are streamlining their approaches. We can see this in a number of countries happening. And I think it's the understanding that gene therapy is going to be the solution for so many disorders that there is nothing else to do. One other thing that I believe we're going to see, and I'm hopeful that we are going to see in the next few years, is especially when we treat with very severe and aggressive disorders, the therapeutic window of opportunity is quite short. And what also has been evident through published results over the years is that the earlier we intervene, the better for the patient. So my expectation is, as we build on this successful profile and track record in the clinic across the field for different indications to different organs, we are going to see more approvals for pediatric interventions for multiple gene therapies. And as this is going to increase, you're going to see the success rates hugely shoot up for so many disorders that we are trying to treat and bring effect and hope into patients and the families.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, I will certainly be watching this space, especially for MeiraGTx. So thank you, Tassos, for coming on board and sharing your insights.
Pleasure. Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you.